This is you. You just opened your eyes to a concrete ceiling, a single bulb swinging overhead like it's mocking you, and the distant sound of boots on stone that tells you exactly one thing. Wherever you are, nobody knows you're here. Your wrists are zip-tied behind a metal chair. Your left eye is swollen shut. And somewhere down the hall, two men are having a very calm conversation about what time they're going to put a bullet in your skull. 6 hours. That's what you heard before you were fully conscious. One of them said it like he was scheduling a dentist appointment. 6 hours, then we clean it up. Clean it up. That's you. You're the mess they're planning to clean up. Take a breath. Stop the panic spiral. Your brain is the only weapon in this room, and right now it's burning precious fuel on fear. Redirect, analyze. You're alive, which means they need something from you first. Information, a confession, a signature on something, or maybe just a public-facing reason to justify pulling the trigger. Whatever it is, they haven't gotten it yet. That's your leverage. That's the clock, and it's ticking in your favor for exactly as long as you stay useful and not 1 second longer. Scope the room without moving your head. Small, maybe 4 by 5 meters. One steel door with no visible handle on your side. Concrete walls, no windows. The bulb above you is connected to a wire that runs along the ceiling to a junction near the door. There's a drain in the floor directly beneath your chair, which tells you this room has been used for exactly the kind of thing your imagination is currently screaming about. A metal table to your left with a cloth draped over it. You don't want to think about what's under that cloth, but you need to, because whatever's under that cloth is also a resource. The chair. Focus on the chair. It's metal, welded frame, but the back legs have a slight wobble when you shift your weight. Micro movement, barely perceptible, but it's there. Old weld. Stress fracture, maybe. That's not nothing. That's a crack in the armor. Here's what you know about zip ties that most people don't. They're designed to tighten under forward pressure, not lateral torque. The failure point isn't the strap itself. It's the locking mechanism, a tiny plastic ratchet that can be defeated with a sharp upward snap if your wrists are positioned correctly. You've got maybe 40 minutes before the circulation in your hands becomes a real problem. Start now. You begin working your wrists in slow, almost imperceptible rotations. Not enough to rattle the chair, not enough to be heard. Just enough to reposition the lock toward the heel of your left hand. It's a 15-minute process minimum, and every second of it feels like an hour. But this is how it works. Patience is the plan. Panic is the coffin. 11 minutes in, you hear footsteps stop outside the door. Your whole body freezes. The lock clicks, not the zip tie, the door. And a man walks in alone. Medium build, military posture, no weapon visible, but the outline under his jacket tells a different story. He sets a metal cup on the floor near your feet. Water. He doesn't say anything. Doesn't make eye contact, just turns and leaves. That's information. He brought water, which means they want you functional. It also means you've got at least one more interaction coming before the 6 hours are up. A conversation, an interrogation, something. And that interaction is your second window. The door closes. You keep working the wrists. 23 minutes after you started, the lock snaps. Your hands are free, still behind your back, the broken tie hanging loose. You don't move them forward yet. Not until you understand exactly what comes next, because standing up too early is how you get shot in the knee instead of escaping. You rotate your fingers. Blood floods back in like fire. You breathe through it. The cloth on the table. You need to know. You stand slowly, every joint screaming, and lift the corner. Tools. Not torture tools, work tools. A cordless drill with a dead battery. A set of screwdrivers. Zip ties, new ones, still in packaging. And underneath everything, almost invisible against the dark cloth, a short flathead screwdriver, maybe 12 centimeters, with a rubber grip. You pocket it. Now the door. Steel, hinged outward based on the frame gap you can see. which means you can't kick it open, but it also means the hinge pins are on your side. Rookie architectural mistake. You find the first pin with your fingers. Old, paint sealed, but the flathead gets under the cap. You work it upward, millimeter by millimeter. It takes 9 minutes. The second pin takes 6. The third is already half loose, like someone did this before you and got interrupted. Story of this place. You ease the door away from the frame on the hinge side. Not fully open, just enough to see through the gap. A corridor. One light, fluorescent, flickering at the far end. 2 doors on the opposite wall, both closed. No guards visible, but voices somewhere to the right. The same calm conversation, now including a third voice. You check the water cup he left. Still full. They're not expecting you to have made a move yet. You slip through the gap. The corridor smells like diesel and damp concrete. Underground facility probably. No natural light anywhere. You move left, away from the voices, staying close to the wall where the floor is least likely to creak. There's a door at the end of the corridor. Heavy, industrial, with a push bar. Emergency exit. The kind that might be alarmed. Might be. You stand there for 3 seconds doing the math. If it's alarmed, you have maybe 90 seconds to find an exit before they're on you. If it's not, you're out. You check the frame for wire contacts. The thin magnetic strip that breaks circuit when a door opens. You run your finger along the top of the door. Nothing. Bottom corners. Nothing. Either this facility is old enough that they never installed it, or it's been disconnected, or you're about to find out exactly how fast those men can run. You hit the push bar. Cold air. Outside. You're in a loading bay. Concrete ramp, chain link fence 40 meters ahead. No alarm. The voices are still inside. The sky above you is dark gray, pre-dawn, which means you've been here longer than you thought. And there are eyes in that sky. Cameras, satellites, maybe thermal if they have the budget for it. You sprint for the fence anyway because standing still is the only option that's guaranteed to get you killed. You hit the chain link at full speed, fingers finding the gaps, boots pushing off the lower rail. You're over in 6 seconds. Land hard on the other side, roll, absorb it, come up running. There's a road 40 meters further. No headlights, empty. Behind you, you hear it. The alarm. Not on the door, on the fence. Motion sensor, perimeter trigger, something you didn't account for because you were too busy congratulating yourself on the door. The voices inside turn to shouts. You're running. The road splits ahead. Left curves into darkness. Right leads toward a glow on the horizon that might be a town or might be a checkpoint. Your lungs are burning. Your hands are still half numb. And somewhere behind you, a door just slammed open and boots are hitting concrete. You've been free for 40 seconds. 6 hours turned into 40 seconds. And now you're standing at a fork in a road with no ID, no phone, no allies. And the people who were going to execute you are now very motivated to do it ahead of schedule. Left or right? You have about 3 seconds to decide.